Hello guys, welcome back to YJP News. My name is Brandon Richardson, and this is going to be the last time you see us seniors. That's right, all the seniors are leaving. We're tired of y'all, so we're graduating. Hope you stay tuned because we're going to have an amazing show for you. YJP News starts now.
That was some great advice from our great teachers. Something I could tell you, never use the bathrooms in Building 49, they're miserable. Up next, we have some Jacket Pride.
Hello everyone, my name is Gavin Hawkins and welcome back to Jacket Pride. Now this week's Jacket Pride package is dedicated all to the seniors, as is everything in this week's show. I want to show seniors how they can apply the last 4 years of Jacket Pride knowledge into the adult world. First off, show respect to everyone you meet along the way, whether it's your future boss, your future wife, or someday your future kids. You gotta show respect to everyone, even if they don't show it back, because some people are like that. Second off, be prepared for everything that can and will happen. This applies mostly to your job, as your colleagues can't lend you a pencil or whatever whenever you need it. You gotta account for these things yourself. Third and finally, you must be dedicated. A lot of people won't tell you this, but motivation doesn't just come to you as it does right now. You gotta work for these things, even if you have no driving force to do so. Stay committed to your goals, and they're destined to come true. Thank you, Senior Jackets. I know it may seem scary, and you may think you aren't ready, but I know you got this. Stay awesome, and keep showing your Jacket Pride, even from beyond Bartow High School. Thank you. Back to you, Brayden.
Thanks, Gavin, for showing us how to follow Jacket Pride outside of high school. Remember, always do the right thing and never steal a school bus. Now, let's get on to the weather, see how hot it's going to be.
Hey, the weather outside is frightful. That means save your pennies for a rainy day. Announcements are hot and coming up next.
Wow, those were some amazing announcements. Make sure you pay attention to all the announcements. You never know when you're going to need to hear the information that they have. But that's just my opinion. And speaking of opinion, let's get the campus opinion with Alea.
What's up, Jackets? It's me, Kevin, and today we're going to be doing campus opinion and seeing how people are going to be preparing for graduation. All right, so how are you going to prepare for graduation when you become a senior?
When I become a senior, I'm hoping to pass all my tests and make sure I get A and B's and make sure I get a GPA that's good enough and make sure I finish everything and get a good attendance.
All right, so how are you going to prepare for graduation?
How am I going to prepare? I'm going to make sure to study, yo. That way I pass all my tests and I graduate with high GPA so I can go to college, whatever.
Thank you, Jackets, and I hope to see you all graduate. Now, back to the anchors.
It was very nice of the seniors to give advice to their classmen. What's coming up next is plans for seniors after they graduate. On to that.
What's your name?
Leonardo Fernandez.
Word. What are your plans after high school?
I plan to go to a college and study radiology.
What are your plans after high school?
After high school, me and my friends want to start a band.
What are you going to do right after high school?
Go to college, like university, UCF. That's where I'm going, committed.
Would you think that that's what you want to do with your life, is be a musician?
Yeah, I've played guitar now for a while.
Now, do you think that that's going to be your job for a lifetime?
I hope so. I think so.
Do you like radiology?
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting study.
What is your dream job?
Anything that's not a teacher. I would hate to be a teacher. All the teachers hate being teachers. You can ask them that.
If that doesn't get you excited for graduation, I don't know what will. Me personally, I got accepted to Harvard. Up next is an ad for yearbooks.
My name is Mr. Prickett, and I am the yearbook advisor for our publication here. We are 3 schools with Bartow, Summerlin, and IB, but we have 1 yearbook, and students work on that yearbook from the first day of school all the way until typically spring break. It is a student publication. It's an educational experience that high school students get to participate in journalism and photography and design. And at the end of the year, we get the pleasure of distributing it to many students. And our goal is to commemorate and highlight the students, the clubs, and the organizations here at our Home of Champions.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, the yearbook looks amazing. There's nothing that I would change about it. Well, I would add senior quotes back, but that's something I would talk with Mr. Prickett about in the future. But my piece of advice would be to buy a yearbook next year. If you didn't buy one this year, you'll be able to relive all your fun memories that you'll probably forget as you become an adult and get responsibilities. But that's just my advice. And speaking of which, let's get to all the other seniors and see what pieces of advice they have to the rest of y'all.
Hello, Jackets. Kanishk here, walking around campus today, asking our senior Jackets some questions today. What was your most favorite thing about being a senior this year?
I really enjoyed the AP testing. I love being stuck in school in a cold cafeteria, cold auditorium, just testing all day for 6 hours straight. That's fire.
The freshman. What advice do y'all have for juniors that are turning into a senior next year?
Stick around to your people. Don't really try to mingle too much with people of lower grades. Focus on yourself. Focus on remaining good to your morality and not, doing weird stuff. That's pretty much it.
What was your most exciting thing about your senior year?
Probably getting on the buses to go to Grad Bash. Just getting the rush of getting on there with your friends and knowing that you're going to have a good night.
What advice do you have for upcoming seniors?
So juniors that are becoming seniors, my biggest suggestion to you is get your grades in order now. If you have any outstanding missing credits, you got to get those taken care of. You want your senior year to be super easy and super fun. So, just take care of what you got to get done and then enjoy your senior year. Don't let it be an academic comeback year. Enjoy it.
All right, that's it for today.
All right, so my life after high school, I ain't got no clue. I'll figure it out when I get there. But it's like the sign says, strutting in the summer. So my journey here has come to an end. So I'm going to go to the other guy that has been part of this to sign it off. But me, I'm going to strut in the summer.
And I guess that's it for Senior Jackets. We took over the show, and now we're leaving. YJP out.
Well, seniors, we made it. It's been over a decade journey in the making, but everything has to come to an end. I'm gonna miss this place. I've had a lot of fond memories of this place, and I hope that all of y'all have as well. But remember this too. You've made it this far in life, so there ain't no telling how much further you can get. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Even that random guy down the street that says you can't do it, forget him. But anyways, for the last time, for me, this has been YJP News, signing off.